The mainstream media in Ireland has been hijacked for the last 10 years at least. And here today we have Jesse Ventura explaining exactly how it is done. Okay, everyone knows that they're just shills for the government. Influencers, RTE, News Talk, everybody combined are just mouthpiece for the Irish government. And it's crazy to see, guys. There's no independent media apart from myself. Okay, everyone else is just bias, brainwashing, propaganda. Let's hear what Jesse Ventura talks about it.
How much do you think the media have to take responsibility for some of the way that the political system has gone in America, in the sense that you now have very partisan cable networks, Fox on the right, MSNBC on the left, CNN sort of squeezed somewhere in the middle. When you see them getting more and more vociferous and partisan, does that matter? Is that good for political debate? Is it corrupting political debate? What do you think?
I think it's awful. It's terrible. The news used to be to report facts and allow you to make the decision. All these shows are nothing but opinion moderators. They're hired guns to push an agenda. I think it's horrible. When our forefathers created this country, the media was supposed to be the fourth branch of government, the unwritten branch. Their job was to keep track of what the other three were doing and report it to the American people so the American people could judge it accordingly. What you have now is nothing but a media with opinion and a media that, I remember the death of Anna Nicole Smith. It was the headline for a month. And
this is a girl that got murdered. This sort of murders, we shouldn't even be hearing about murders from overseas and in other countries. These murders happen every single day. This is this is complete bias.
And yet, the meat and potatoes of running our country and things of that gets cast aside because why? The media today is not into reporting the news, they're into creating it. And that is very, very dangerous because the light went on with 60 Minutes. They found out the news could make money. So the bean counters came in, and now the news is nothing but entertainment, and it's done to get ratings. Where in the old days of Walter Cronkite, the news took a loss, and they accepted that, and they made up for it in their entertainment division. Not today. Today, the news is expected to get ratings, and is expected to generate money, and that is
absolutely crazy. So, like I said, News Talk, RT, these channels are supposed to make loads of money. Okay, but now they're not because they're not entertaining. They're not, nothing can compete with YouTube and independent, journalists like myself. So they're into creating the news. So they create these news stories that are bad, triggering, and, it's all about that, guys. The bottom line is euros, money, and it's terrible.
Horrible.
So presumably you'll be boycotting Fox and MSNBC on your book tour, will you, Jesse?
I won't be boycotting them. They boycott me. I'd go on happily. No, that's the truth, Piers. Neither of them will have me on.
Same as me. News Talk, RT, Virgin Media, all these massive news platforms in Ireland, none of them will have me on. I reached out to them. They follow me on all the platforms. I don't get any calls because I'm too controversial for them. I'm too honest for them. If I was on their shows, nobody would watch their shows because I would just flip them. I would completely decimate them, guys. Nobody on their shows are sharp. Nobody is smart there. It's just a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of losers presenting the news, creating news stories to make the people feel some sort of way, to push their agendas. It's bullshit, guys. The news is bullshit nowadays. RT, News Talk, Virgin Media, Joe.ie, the Irish Times, the Irish Independent, they're all bullshit.
Neither of them.
Really?
Will have me on. Nope. It's been that way for my last 3 books. None of the Fox nighttime people will have me on. None of the MSNBC nighttime people will have me on. Now, Fox Business will put me on. I think they're another division. I'm not sure about that, but some of the business shows at Fox will have me on. But no, Fox and MSNBC have banned me. I'm too controversial, I guess.
Me too.
You know who else wouldn't let me on? Don Imus. His producers and all them wanted me on, but they wanted to know what 5 songs I wanted to have played. So I told them I want Rage Against the Machine. Those are the songs I want.
Yeah, me too. I would want these Chris Webby, these rebellion songs, patriotic songs. They don't want people like that. like me on the Irish radio. Okay, I kind of accepted my fate when I started posting these videos. I said, the news stations in this country will never have people like me on. They'll never have people like Eddie Hobbs on. They'll never have people like Conor McGregor on. They don't have the opposition on the shows, because then, you know, they would lose. Plain and simple.
From Tom Morella, who Tom's one of my heroes now. Our machine.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane, guys. So, you know, that's kind of the first news story that I had to show you guys. You know, the news nowadays, don't believe a word of it. You know, it's completely fabricated. It's just there to brainwash people and, you know, get you to do stuff that you don't want to do, and just, it's crazy. It's a propaganda news station, guys. Everything now is to make money. It's not really to present the news to the people so that they can kind of create their own story. They're just giving you an agenda and a narrative that fits their own, you know, that fits their own news channel. It's crazy. The next news story we have is living at home, but it cost me my masculinity. Now here we have a little bit of a pencil neck dweeb talking about living at home is this big, crazy, the worst thing in the world. When in reality, guys, that's the Matrix wants you to do. It wants you to leave your house, go to these big cities where there's no community, there's nobody to, you know, fall back on, there's no camaraderie. When you go to these big cities, like, all this gets thrown out the window, guys. The sort of Matrix eats you up, makes you work for their shit business for 50 years, and then it just spits you out and you have nothing to show for it. Okay? Live at home as long as possible. Make loads of money, guys. The money is the bottom line. Okay? Everything else is irrelevant.
Living at home feels safe, feels comfortable. But for men, it is poisonous. It makes you afraid of any kind of adventure. It makes you shy. And honestly, it just makes you lazy.
This guy is so full of shit. You think this is lazy? You think these muscles I got from being lazy? You think I got all this 120,000 subscribers, all that money I got from the internet? You think I got that from being lazy? This guy's lazy. People create a narrative in their head to make them feel better about themselves. Because you're a loser at home doesn't mean you're going to be this winner if you move to a big city. It means you're going to be a loser in a big city.
And I spent multiple years of my 20s living at home. And from the outside, everyone's there like, oh yeah, that's a good decision. You know, how smart, he's working on himself, saving money.
Yeah.
That seems like such a good idea, and I get a bunch of approval. But on the inside, I was miserable. I was regressing internally.
What?
I felt like a part of me was slipping away as I just went night after night, you know, withering away in my room.
This guy is a loser. So when you live with your family, you have a great camaraderie. You have a great, solid connection and team. When you move to a big city, you don't have any of that. You don't have any family. You have maybe a girlfriend that hates you. Your girlfriend's going to leave you, guys. I mean, that's a girl or a wife or whatever. They're not there to support you, guys. They're just there to take from you, okay? They don't support you in any manner, okay? Your brothers and your flipping family does that, guys. Okay, that's it. The bottom line. Okay, don't believe any of these woke bullshit, you know. And he's sitting on his roof trying to explain to us how he's so adventurous. I could just climb to my roof as well if I wanted to. Like, what is this guy talking about? So full of shit, guys. If you're lazy in a city at home, you're going to be lazy when you leave your house. Plain and simple.
I was sad. So I decided it had to end because I'm not alone here. Taking that step was a huge jump for me, and it will be for you as well. And it is for all the clients that I help, because it's becoming more and more of a large-scale issue that men are living at home. Because I remember what it's like. When I was there, my fear, genuinely just skyrocketed. Like, my ability to take healthy risks just...
What?
Like, I didn't feel comfortable. I was living in such a safe life that my regular trips that I used to do to Bulgaria, if it went 3 months, 6 months without me going there, I'd start to get, like, timid around the idea of flying. It'd stress me out.
What?
I'm like, what the hell? I am the same guy who went for 12 days, called up his finance job and said, hey, I'm not coming back, lived out there spontaneously for...
Oh, wow. You got rid of your finance job. Everyone that works in finance that I've noticed are miserable pricks. Everyone, guys, miserable. They want to kill themselves. I've actually known a bunch of people that have done that to themselves because they worked in finance. Everyone, a single person I know. Because you didn't go to Bulgaria, you said that you were getting anxiety. Like, this guy is just the biggest bitch in the world, and he's trying to push on you that living at home is a bad thing. It is not, guys. Build a community. Build a safe community around you. Humans never went on planes till only 100 years ago, guys. Okay, I travel on a plane twice a year. But humans didn't do that, guys. We never flew 15 hours away to start a new life somewhere else. Only 100 years ago did we do that. Okay, people lived in tight-knit communities. Japan, all these people are happy. They live to 100 years old. These are healthy people. If you see societies that move around and travel around the world, these societies are dead in 50 years, guys. They're not strong societies. A rolling stone gathers no moss. We need to be, creating a safe environment, like he's saying, but not become a big bitch and do nothing and become lazy. Create a safe environment for yourself, guys, and do that from the internet, from whatever your job that you're working every single day. Just because you're traveling doesn't mean you're going to be a winner. Okay, this is a psyop. This is something that the new age bullshit woke people tell the rest of the world. Oh, I travel a lot because I'm really awoken to what's going on. I'm really smart. I travel a lot. Traveling is bullshit. Traveling is for losers. It's a vice. The same as cigarettes, drinking, and all this other bullshit. Cars, everything that you guys know that's a vice. Traveling is a vice as well. Bullshit. Let me know your thoughts. If you want to support me, hit the join link down below. This guy's just a Poindexter nerd, dork, and he's afraid to do things in his life, so he blames living at home. Feigning responsibility will never get you anywhere in life. I love you guys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, man. Peace.